That guy's name was Anthony the Dream Johnson, the president of the fucking manosphere. There's only one guy in the manosphere, the president of the fucking 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 manosphere. And that guy's name was Anthony the Dream Johnson, the president of the fucking manosphere. There's only one guy in the manosphere.
And howdy, folks. How you doing today? I am the Anthony Dream Johnson, president of the fucking Manosphere, founder of 21 Studios, founder of the 21 Convention, the 22 Convention, Make Women Great Again, the 21 Convention Patriarch Edition, and 21 University, and about 10,000 other brands and companies that I own. It's pretty amazing. And today's show, today's special broadcast, we're going to have a lot of fun. Now, it's going to be really uncomfortable, a little 4 or 5 minute clip we're going to go over of the Fraud Father here. And it's painful to watch. It's uncomfortable. It sucks. If you're drinking coffee or water, be very careful. Swallow your coffee first. All that, so you don't spit it all over your computer screen, your phone, or whatever. It's bad. It's real fucking awkward. It's deluxe, mega, super cringe, super duper cringe. So we're gonna get into that now, and we got a clip here pulled up, about 4 or 5 minutes, not too long, of the Fraud Father on his own channel, the Fraud Father headquarters, a couple days ago. I think it was Sunday night. The episode title you can see at the top: Red Pill Redemption or some bullshit. Whatever cult building tool he's using today. And we're going to get into it now. And in this video, he attacks, 4 to 5 major Manosphere content creators. Really amazing guys, top-notch guys. They're all super legit. And he does a bunch of other dumb shit and really cringeworthy culty shit. So we're going to get into it now and have a look. And once again, buckle your seatbelt. This is fucking awkward. Here we go. Fraud Father, speak.
Coach Ray says, I heard a cast the other day in which Dr. Sean Smith expressed disagreement with your definition of hypergamy. Is that why he's out of the club? No, Coach Ray. Let me explain to you something. So here's the thing with respect to Sean. Sean's not out of the club, right?
Up. Fake news. Fake fucking news. Manosphere news here. So number one, Sean Smith is out of the club, so to speak. Well, if there is a club, really it's not a club, it's a cult. It's a hypergamy cult. Socrates and Pat Stedman have called it a cult. His whole speech Socrates gave on the cult of hypergamy. Really, it's a cult of the Rollo pill, and hypergamy is just kind of like the deity they worship. Like a vagina, but hypergamy vagina, basically, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Sean Smith, word on the street is that Sean Smith and other speakers, by the way, who disagree with Rollo, have been unceremoniously kicked out of their chat groups and their little groups, these little circle jerks that the Fraud Father runs, kicked out a long time ago. For any time, and any second, any minute they disagree with the Fraud Father on hypergamy and whatever. So to my knowledge, this is absolute fake news. And we'll get into it more, but yeah, Sean Smith's been kicked out of this club a long time ago, word on the street. We'll let the Fraud Father or Sean, talk about that or verify that if either of them want. But that's word on the street, and that would make sense if you follow their public Twitter profiles. In fact, I heard, from a legitimate source that Sean Smith has been blocked by the Fraud Father, by Rollo Tomasi or Hillary Clinton of the Manosphere, for a long time. And if you look at their profiles, you see that Rollo doesn't tweet at Sean anymore, and Sean, surprisingly, can't tweet at Rollo either. Apparently, Rollo also gave the Fraud Father also put out some very passive aggressive tweets at psychologists not too long ago, but really it meant Sean. But let's let the Fraud Father continue about this fake news bullshit. See what else he has to say.
I'm happy to talk to Sean whenever. I'm just
he's happy to talk to Sean, but he'll be happy to block him on Twitter before doing that. Okay, makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay, keep going, Fraud Father. What else you got to say?
Sean is guys like Sean and guys like Dr.
Look at the sigh. Guys like Sean. Guys like who's this?
Dr. Glover.
Now we're going after Dr. Robert Glover too. So this guy is going after 2 PhD in society, I guess. Very well educated, very intelligent, very well respected men in the Manosphere. Sean is a little more newer, a couple years now, rising star. Dr. Glover, though, is a legend, a true godfather of this community, one of the top ones easily. In some ways, I think he's like the Mr. Rogers of the Manosphere, kind of like the grandfather of the Manosphere. I mean that in a very positive, kind of tongue-in-cheek sense. But if you notice, Rollo here is going to be, I think, make history. He's one of the first guys, probably the first guy ever in the manosphere as a content creator to attack Dr. Glover. Now, Dr. Sean Smith is also extremely polite, well-spoken, articulate, and intelligent. And it's really rare you see people attacking him unless they're feminist and these other bigots and losers and shit, SJWs and whatever. But within the manosphere, who goes after Sean? Like nobody. And Dr. Glover, that's unheard of. So the fraud father here is making history attacking Dr. Robert Glover. Probably the nicest guy you ever meet. Second only maybe to Sean Smith. I don't know. They compete pretty heavily on that. But continue, fraud father. What else you got to say about these guys?
They made their selves, their work and everything that they do is sort of based on we'll say old order thinking, but based on an old order way of thinking.
Wow, that sounds like Orwellian, feminist, new SJW, woke left speak. That's how they talk. It's actually something you've pointed out, Rollo. For example, you called Cassie J, the director or whatever of the Red Pill documentary a couple years ago. You said she's a feminist, but not a feminist. And fair enough, other people have made that comment about her, and they've also made that about Christine Hoff Summers and shit like that. But you yourself, Rollo, we have your own videos saying you're a cult leader, but not a cult leader. Ha ha ha, cult leader, but not a cult leader. And now you're saying it's new order thinking, but not new order thinking. Very sketchy behavior, Rollo. It's very fishy, very feminist SJW to say that kind of thing on your air here, on the little broadcast here, your shithole little office in the middle of fucking nowhere in Nevada, like King of the Hill shit. Anyway, continue, fraud father.
And so along comes the Red Pill, and it challenges a lot of the stuff that they built a lifetime on. It's very similar to that, to what I've been.
Wow, they built a lifetime on it. You mean going to school, going through a very extensive educational program and practicing licensed therapy, clinical psychology for 10, 15, 20 years or whatever? Okay, this sounds like an argument from authority, logical fallacy. Some sort of appeal to bullshit, logical fallacy. But you're the fraud father. I'm sure you mean well. Continue, fraud father.
Talking about in this is so if you got a guy who's like, let's say coach Greg Adams, right, or coach Red Pill or coach whatever,
okay, now we're no longer just attacking Dr. Sean Smith, super well respected guy. Not only are we attacking him and Dr. Robert Glover, ultra well respected, Mr. Rogers, the manosphere, nobody attacks this guy, super legit, super well liked everywhere. Now he's going after the coaches, two big YouTube manosphere YouTuber content creators, each with a huge audience, 150,000, 250,000, whatever, each one of them, that have built substantial bodies of work. They've spoken to millions of men. They've helped millions of men. They've helped improve the state of the West slightly, right? We're helping reaching millions of men. We're changing minds. We're saving lives, so to speak, right? And in a way, everybody saves herself. The fraud father here has like a Jesus complex. So he thinks he saves you. Everyone else just helps you save yourself, right? But now he's going after his coaches, right? And notice how he's belittling them. Let's see what else he has to say here real quick.
And they're billing themselves as Red Pill men or MGTOW, whatever it is. They're billing
themselves as Red Pill men or MGTOW or whatever it is. Whatever. Yeah, whatever, right? So let's pause here. For years, the fraud father on his blog and in his books and everywhere he fucking opens his mouth and yaps and types his little fucking weird keyboard warrior fingers, keyboard jockey. He says the Red Pill is open source, right? Anybody could contribute. The Red Pill is open source. It's a great big place. We're all taking notes, man, sharing notes, swap notes, and putting our ideas together. But if you notice, anybody who disagrees with Rollo, whether it's Sean Smith, Dr. Robert Glover, I'm not even aware of Dr. Glover, criticizing Rollo at all. Sean Smith has put out some videos and he's had a debate with Rollo. You'll see in a minute. And, Sean's been super polite about that. So Rollo's attacks are fucking ridiculous. Dr. Glover, I'm not aware of that. But Coach Greg Adams, anybody, Coach Red Pill, anybody who disagrees with Rollo, they get belittled. They get kicked out of his little cult of hypergamy, his little cult of his fake Red Pill, his Rollo pill. And they get belittled and downplayed and ostracized in some specific way that he customizes for them. So Sean Smith now is Purple Pill. A year ago, he was Red Pill. Now he's Purple Pill. What happened? He disagrees with Rollo on something. Therefore, he's Purple Pill. If you disagree with the fraud father, there's no king of the Red Pill, right? It's all open source. Anybody can contribute. But if you disagree with Rollo, if you disagree with his hypergamy, his version of it, this pseudoscientific bullshit he made up that he stole from sociology, then you're a Purple Pill. Or Pat Stedman's Purple Pill or Blue Pill. Or, Hunter Drew's TradCon. This guy's TradCon, blah, blah, blah. It's always a fucking excuse. Oh, that guy's not Red Pill. He's MGTOW. Oh, this and that. He's billing himself as Red Pill, meaning he's not Red Pill because he's billing himself as Red Pill. They're not really Red Pill. Rollo's the real red pill, but the red pill is open source. Do you see the circle of fucking insanity this guy does? Of fucking SJW feminist bullshit? Rollo is basically a feminist in disguise as a manosphere content creator. He was, exiled and kicked out of the manosphere last year, thank God, by yours truly, President Dream here. September 19th, save the date, guys. It's anniversary coming up. It's 1 year anniversary of his exile right here on YouTube, 21 Studios. But notice how, kicks everyone out, man. Everyone gets kicked out. Purple pill, blue pill, TrackCon, billing himself red pill. He's not red pill. He's MGTOW. This is how he built his cult. He carefully brings guys in, and so long as they're, a little bit obedient or in agreement with what he believes and this and that, he'll take them on. The minute they disagree, out, purple pill, fuck you, gone. Ask anybody on Twitter. The Fraud Father has blocked thousands of guys on YouTube, from Yogi Obes to Pat Stedman. I hear he's even blocked Sean Smith. I mean, holy shit. He just blocks anybody who disagrees with him. Doesn't matter how polite they are. Doesn't matter how sincere their disagreement it is, and they want to work it out with him. They want to understand where the disagreement's at and, just search for the truth. That's a good scientific approach and attitude to have. Fraud Father can't deal with that shit. Kicks everyone out, blocks everybody. He gets, just customized. They get cut out like a cookie, this little sheet, right? A painting. Kicked out, boom. Purple pill, blue pill, whatever. It's all bullshit, guys. Let's let the Fraud Father continue, though. What else has he got to say as he attacks all these coaches, these men that have done a lot to help millions of men? Let's hear what else he has to say.
Themselves as technically as therapy for guys. Like, how can you live a better life? Come over here. I'll do people look to me, right? They go, hey, can you give me some counseling?
No, actually, the Fraud Father, let's talk Fraud Father here. They're not technically giving therapy unless they're Dr. Sean Smith or Dr. Robert Glover, and they're doing actual therapy in an office face-to-face with somebody or whatever, because they went to school for that and they're licensed to do that. It's hard to get that degree, and it's hard to get that profession into that profession and keep that license. And, let's mention Sean Smith here, especially Dr. Glover as well to a degree, but especially Sean. Sean Smith is a clinical psychologist for who knows how many years now. He has a real license in this stuff. It's on the line all the time. Well, so let's make it clear. Sean Smith puts his balls, his license, his career, his future, his profession, his family on the line to speak up for men and speak out for fathers and speak out against feminism and the woke left and the APA and all this fucking garbage we see today. He has a lot on the line doing that. And Rollo's going to go after him for this crap? This absolute bullshit. These are guys with real skin in the game. Real skin in the game, not this fake bullshit in a middle of nowhere fucking shitty office he has. Garbage. And the coaches, Coach Red Pill and Coach Greg Adams, they're not giving therapy. That's why they have the word coach in their name, not therapists, not psychologists, not marriage and family therapists like Dr. Glover and like Sean Smith as a clinical psychologist. They're coaching. Coach Greg Adams, for example, was a coach for women's basketball for years before he became a coach for men. I don't know Coach Red Pill's backstory, but they're not therapists. They're coaches. The Fraud Father here is probably doing, therapy outside of a licensing program, which is probably illegal in the state of Nevada, I would imagine. But this is all bullshit, man. Going after these guys for this pseudo therapy? No, it's coaching. That's why coaching is in the fucking name. Continue, Fraud Father. I digress.
Yeah, after the damn fourth book is done, and I'll be happy to take all the counseling I can stomach.
Okay, so now we got the NASCAR male here doing an advert for his counseling, his therapy that he's going to illegally practice in Nevada, I guess, right? When he gets done with the book, when he's done being a lazy ass and he can't write his fourth book, he's just taking forever on. And he can't even finish his fourth book after his Shit Zero conference went down in flames this year. He had to cancel it. He's not giving refunds. And he's trying to bait and switch guys into a virtual con job kind of thing on Skype or some shit. I mean, the Fraud Father this year with tickets to his Shit Zero conference that got canceled now. He had to cancel it. Went down in total flames. He's trying to bait and switch guys now. He's like a hooker, like that you paid money to fuck. And then the last minute they call you and they're like, it's only going to be phone sex, actually. That's what this guy's doing this year with his actual conference they're putting together. That he's such a lazy ass, he can't even pull it off. Anyway, let's see what else he has to say here.
But imagine that you go to 8 years of, you get your doctorate in clinical psychology, and you got a guy on YouTube who has more clients than you, making more money than you, who never didn't spend more than, 2 years in community college.
Look at his little fucking smirk on his face. Did you see that? That little beep, the little NPD cluster B clusterfuck smirk on his face. He's so fucking proud of himself because Sean Smith went to college and pursued a higher education, advanced degree, a PsyD. And I would assume he means this as well for Dr. Glover, who has a PhD in marriage and family therapy. And now there's a couple problems with what he just said. Let's break this down. So he said now he's making more money with a 2-year degree than the 8-year degree of Sean Smith. Number one, this is petty bullshit. This is middle school, fucking 10-year-old. My dad makes more money than your dad, like mini dick measuring contest. This is absolutely retarded. Number two, he can't verify any of this. I don't think he makes more money than Sean Smith. I think Frollo here is broke as a joke. This motherfucker is obsessed with money. And all the speakers I've worked with over the years, 150 speakers now for 14 years, no one was more money hungry and obsessed with money than the Fraud Father. Why? Because he's an idiot with money and he's broke all the time. Sean Smith is very mature and a very good manager with money, in my estimation of him as a man and as an adult and as a father and as a professional. I think Sean probably makes more money than Rollo or Frollo here. Excuse me, Rollo-Mort, like Voldemort. But yeah, this is bullshit. He can't verify any of it. It's super petty and immature and ridiculous. And it's just bullshit. And you know what, Rollo? You know what, Frollo? You know who makes more money than you with a no college degree? Me. I'm 20 years your junior, and you're such a fucking loser. You make less money than a college dropout like me. Yeah, how's that feel? Does that feel you feel it in your bones, you fucking broke ass boomer? This is pathetic. Totally fucking stupid. Ridiculous bullshit. Continue, Fraud Father. Continue.
That's tough. So what do you do? Well, you got to go on the attack. Now
on the attack, he's going to get into in a second here about his debate with Sean Smith, where Sean Smith spanked him in public on Richard Cooper's channel. You can go watch it and all that. It's still there, up and all that. This is just, it's just fucking ridiculous, man. Jesus.
He disagrees with my definition.
Oh yeah. So wait, hang on though. The attack, he said that Sean Smith, the attack went on the attack because of what, that debate or the 45-minute hypergamy video, the 45-minute hypergamy breakdown, where Sean politely and scientifically went through the Fraud Father's conception of hypergamy that he stole from sociology and tried to redefine in his own pseudoscientific garbage pile of trash. No. Sean is like the second nicest guy in the manosphere ever. Second only to Dr. Glover, who's probably like the Mr. Rogers of the manosphere. I mean, if you've ever met Sean Smith, he's like absolute super nice, polite guy. I think he's a badass. I wouldn't fuck with him, but he's not on the attack. Rollo's trying to make himself out to be a victim, like a little feminist here, like a little SJW, a little victimhood. Oh, he went on the attack. Oh man, big bad Sean Smith. Oh, criticizing my hypergamy video. I can't deal with it. Cry me a fucking river, you little bitch. Continue, Fraud Father.
Definition of hypergamy, because he doesn't understand the definition of hypergamy. I've already had this.
Oh, okay. Let's pause here on this logical fallacy. Holy fuck, fake news. So what he just said is that Sean Smith disagrees with his definition of hypergamy because he doesn't understand his definition of hypergamy. He sounds like some beta fucking chode in the friend zone. She doesn't love me because she doesn't understand how much I love her. This is absolute circular reasoning bullshit, logical fallacy to the extreme. This is a brazen abandonment of logic from the guy who calls himself literally on the fucking video the rational male. This is absurd. This is clown world goofy ass bullshit. He knows this is a logical fallacy. If he doesn't, he's a fucking idiot, to put it nicely. This is open, ridiculous bullshit. I can't believe this guy's doing this. Well, he's the Fraud Father. It's not that surprising, but fuck, man. If anyone else is doing this, I'd be surprised. We'll put it that way. But continue, Fraud Father, with your circular reasoning and logical fallacies that apparently you think are legit on air. Continue.
This conversation, you can go look it up on Rich Cooper's channel. I had a debate with Sean about hypergamy.
Yes, where he spanked you over and over and over again in public on Richard Cooper's channel. It was awkward to watch. It was uncomfortable. Sean is clearly more intelligent than you and articulate and knowledgeable and well-read and understands the literature. And he went to bat with you and you got your ass handed to you. You lost. You lost because you're a loser, and you're a loser because you lost. You understand? That's circular reasoning for you. You're a loser because you lost, and you're a loser, and you lost because you're a loser. See, it goes just endlessly in this fucking cycle of being a fucking loser, just like you do all the time. You just lose and lose and lose. Anyway, continue with your size here and your victimhood narrative you're building for yourself. Continue, little feminist.
And so that was what's going on there. The reason that you think he's out of the club is because Sean Smith is going and talking at the 21 convention. At least that's to my knowledge. The last thing I saw, he was going to go talk at the.
Wow. All right. Fake news alert. I can't even. There's so much fucking fake news, logical fallacies, and lies in this video. It's hard to even keep up. So let's just pause here. He just said Sean Smith is speaking at the 21 convention. Wrong. Fake news, not happening. Now, Sean is welcome to speak at the 21 convention anytime in the future, and I hope he does, and I predict that he probably will. Right now, he's not speaking. In fact, this entire year. Now, we'll take a few steps back here, though. Sean Smith was a speaker at the 21 convention in 2018. He was also a speaker at the 2019 21 convention Patriarch Edition, the first one we held for fathers last spring, or 2019 spring. So he spoke twice at 21 convention, did a great job. His 2018 speech in particular went very viral. It's got about 400,000 views. You can see it on YouTube all over the place. How to Keep Dangerous Women Out of Your Life. Great speech. But 2020, Sean Smith, Dr. Sean T. Smith, has never, ever, ever, ever for 1 second or 1 minute this entire year, and I'm the founder of my company and the founder of the convention and the CEO. No one tells me what to do. I have complete management and authority to control my company. Sean Smith has never been a speaker at the convention this year, the whole fucking year. Not the main event for men, not the Patriarch Edition for fathers, not the 22 convention to make women great again for women. None of it. Not for 1 second has he been on that confirmed speakers page or behind the scenes talking or whatever. The whole fucking year, he's never been a speaker. So this is bullshit. This is fake news. Either he heard wrong or he's just delusional and making shit up. I think he's just delusional and making shit up. This is ridiculous. Now, Sean, again, may be a speaker in the future, and he was in the past a couple times, but he's not speaking this year. At 21 Summit in a few weeks here. Get your tickets now at the 21convention.org. Link in the description. But yeah, this is just fake news. He's absolutely wrong, making this up. He should know better. It would take 5 seconds to go to the website and look up the speaker pages, and you would clearly see that Sean Smith is not in the confirmed speaker section and has never been at any point this year. You could check that, I guess, on the Wayback Machine or whatever the fuck. So it's all bullshit. It's fake news. 100% fake news. Manosphere fake news from the Fraud Father. What else is new?
21 convention. I will not, let me make this official. I will not work with you if you are a speaker.
Oh, now we got high school cheerleader Stacy Fraud Father. Okay. So, Jessica, that fucking slut is fucking Billy. Oh my God. And now he's not going to work with you because of that. Or she's not going to work with you. Rollo's a nasty woman. Nasty fucking woman. Rollery Tomasi here. Hillary Clinton of the Manosphere. Fuck, man. He's got so many fucked up names. This is ridiculous. This guy's such a fuck up. Jesus. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, now he says he's not going to work with anybody who speaks at 21 convention. We'll get into that, later. We'll do a little breakdown on that. But this is totally control freak, imploding, burning down. Rollo's destroying himself. He's self-destructing, like a BPD chick, like blowing things up and burning things down and shit. He's going bananas. That's the Fraud Father here. He's having a temper tantrum. He's got a little ponytail like a girl. He's kind of like a high school cheerleader. Little Stacy is a little bitch and everybody hates her. And that bitch, that slut fucking Jessica is fucking Anthony. Therefore, I mean, this is just fucking ridiculous. It is unreal this guy did this. Continue, Fraud Father. Sorry for interrupting.
Simple as that. And so there's no club. There's no ideological purity.
Yeah, so the Fraud Father here is back with his Orwellian feminist SJW doublespeak. He's like a chick, like a BPD chick. I'm not cheating on you. I would never cheat on you, baby. I would never in a billion years. Yeah, actually, you're a rampant fucking cheater. There's no ideological purity. There's no Kool-Aid cult of hypergamy. No. Everything this guy says, like a womanese, doublespeak, backwards, monkey flipping, whatever the fuck chick, BPD, cluster B, cluster fuck. That's the Fraud Father, nasty woman. He speaks backwards constantly. Everything he says is backwards. There's no club. Yeah, there is no club. There's a fucking cult. That's what it is, a cult of hypergamy and a cult of the Fraud Father and a cult of the Rollo pill and a cult of hypergamy. In fact, there's a whole speech by Socrates on YouTube called The Cult of Hypergamy and the Debasement of Mankind. And Socrates breaks all that down for you guys. The Fraud Father here is running a fucking cult. Yeah, so it's not a club. I'll agree with you, the Fraud Father. But beyond that, this is just more bullshit, more nonsense, more fake news.
There's nothing. It's just I've said this before, I will say it one more time, is if you are foolish enough to think that there's any legitimacy in that organization, you are working with a guy who lacks integrity.
That is just unreal projection from this guy. This is projection 101. That word is overused today on the internet, but holy fuck. The Fraud Father is the most spineless fucking snake I have ever seen in this community by a mile. Before I exiled him from the Manosphere last year, he was the Bernie Madoff of the Manosphere. I called him in public many times, all the shit. This guy is the absolute weasel to the extreme. When he was getting paid tens of thousands of dollars to sell tickets to 21 convention, good job, Rollo. Kicked ass. Fraud Father slinging tickets here. He was all about 21 Convention. In fact, he spoke 3 times. He endorsed it all the fucking time. He blogged about it over and over again, how raved about how good it was, because it's an amazing convention. And then when he got kicked out, all of a sudden he's going to go into now it's a grift and this and that, no integrity. What a fucking weasel! This guy's a politician. This guy's like Mitt Romney. Well, I don't say the Mitt Romney because at least Mitt Romney is a male. The fraud father is like a nasty. He's like the Hillary Clinton of the manosphere. Nasty woman politician. He's like Kamala Harris is what he's like. Kamala Harris, Kamala Blow Harris or whatever.
And you yourself lack integrity for not saying that.
Oh, so if people work with me, like everybody does, because I run the best Manosphere event in the world, the biggest one in the world for the longest running period of time, 14 years. 21 Convention's fucking legendary beyond belief. It's awesome in our community. It's received international acclaim in mainstream media, getting attacked and shit. It's literally famous at this point. Legitimately, it's reached a couple 100 million people and shit. But if you don't see that I don't have integrity, you lack integrity. This is more logical fallacies, two-cock bullshit. It's just fucking stupid. This is so. It's really apparent the fraud father didn't go to college like Sean Smith, or for a long period of time anyway, like Sean Smith and Dr. Glover, because he's a fucking dumb fuck. This is bumbling boomer, dumb fuck, low IQ, king of the hill, Honey Boo Boo's uncle bullshit. This is Honey Boo Boo trailer trash, dumb fuck thinking that he's saying all this crap. It's logical fallacy after logical fallacy after logical fallacy, and all this crap. And for this guy to call himself the rational male, this is pure clown world. 100% fucking clown world. Continue, fraud father. What else you got to say?
So they say, well, do I have to pick sides and teams? Yeah, you kind of do. Sorry.
Fraud father, I have news for you. Rollo, listen closely. Nobody wants to work with you. You have no friends. Look through his blog. For years, he never mentions having any friends because he has no friends. Nobody likes the fraud father. He's like a stinky asshole. Not an asshole that's good with chicks and gets laid. He has no social skills. Rollo's like socially retarded, essentially. He's like an alien. I heard one woman describe him as. But this is just ridiculous. Rollo, nobody wants to fucking work with you. You hate everybody. Everybody hates you. You're a fucking loser. Nobody likes you. You're that asshole that is not fun to be around. You're the asshole at the party that everyone just wishes would go away because you smell or something's wrong with you. This is just ridiculous, man. You are imploding. You are falling apart at the seams and burning down. Now, I love it because I hate you with a passion because you're a piece of shit. The biggest fraud our community has ever seen in a million years. But this is embarrassing, man. This is bad. This is real bad.
But you kind of do. Because that...
No, you kind of do. You kind of do, guys. You kind of do. Okay. Continue, fraud father.
It's, that's a grift. And I'm trying to make a division between hustle and truth at this point.
And apparently logical fallacies and fake news and lies, bold-faced lies. He's talking about being happy to talk to Sean Smith and all this bullshit. No, the fraud father, from what I hear, is kicking speakers out of his little chats left and right, like Sean, from what I hear, word on the street. He's blocking these guys on Twitter left and right. From what I hear, he's blocked Sean, like I said. This is all bullshit. This is embarrassing, man. Embarrassing.
And if you think it's not a club, right? It's not, it's just like, like
I said, it's a cult, not a club. Continue.
I can choose who I want to work with and who I don't want to work with. And there's
nobody wants to work with you. I've told you that, very clearly. I know you're watching this, fraud father. Nobody wants to work with you. You're a fucking asshole. You talk too much. You talk to yourself for 3 hours on your show all the time. You know how fucking weird that is? You talk to yourself. You talk in the third person. You talk endlessly on your little fucking keyboard to these people. You just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk endlessly. You're a narcissist. I had lunch with the fraud father one time for 3 hours. This guy didn't ask a single question. Do you know what level of unhinged narcissism it takes to talk at someone for 3 hours and not ask them a single fucking conversational question? It's ridiculous. This guy is the NPD, cluster B, clusterfuck, Jesus complex loser of the manosphere before he was exiled. He was exiled last year, obviously. This is so fucking cringeworthy. It's ridiculous. Nobody likes you, man. You're a loser and you're an asshole and you talk too much. Continue.
Oh, there's no club to be had in the first place. As far as I know, Rich will still I think he's still talking with Sean. I don't know if he's doing a show with him anymore.
I don't know if he's doing a show with him anymore. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, it's not like the fraud father meticulously stalks this shit on his iPad all day, every fucking day of the week. The Fraud Father is fully aware that Sean hasn't done a show with Rich Cooper in a while. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's coming back. Sean and Cooper can talk about that publicly on Twitter or YouTube or whatever. Who knows? But the Fraud Father, this is more lies and fake news bullshit. He's like a little high school tree, like a little bitch, like a little girl, little bitchy bitch. He knows full well Sean hasn't done shows Sean with Cooper in a while. And the second he does, Rollo will know. The Fraud Father will know because the Fraud Father is a fucking little weirdo behind a keyboard, a little keyboard jockey who stalks all this shit. He watches all of it to manipulate it and try to control it and, you know, keep these guys out. Like I was saying, he wants to kick all these guys out of the manosphere and maintain distance from them, keep them away from his little cult of zombies. Purple pill, blue pill, TradCon. Oh, he has a degree in psychology, therefore, you know, he doesn't know anything. This is all fucking fake news bullshit. Logical fallacies, fake news, BS. But continue, Fraud Father. Enlighten us more with your cult of hypergamy.
But so what? Right? So what? I like Sean. I like what he said.
I like Sean. So why did you block him on Twitter and why did you kick him out of your little cult? Your club or cult, whatever the fuck you want to call it. These are bold-faced lies. This is bad. This is real fucking bad. The Fraud Father is lying to 60,000 subscribers, saying this shit on his channel and publishing this video to his channel. He hates Sean. He hates Sean. He hates Dr. Glover. He hates Coach Greg Adams. He hates Coach Red Pill. He hates anybody who's a threat to the control he has over these zombie, codependent, broken, wounded men who need real therapy from psychologists like Sean Smith and all these other guys, or coaching or whatever. They don't need this fucking loser. I'll tell you that right now. But he hates all these guys. He hates Sean. He hates Sean because Sean disagreed with him. Anybody who disagrees with the Fraud Father is an enemy of the Fraud Father. You can't disagree with him. If you disagree with him, you have to be beaten down, belittled, and kicked out of the community or blocked immediately. That's how this works every fucking time. He hates Sean with a passion. I bet Rich Cooper fucking knows it too. Cooper's kind of an idiot, but he ain't that fucking dumb. He's a lot smarter than this dumbass over here. But continue, Fraud Father. Continue. Tell us more lies and bullshit and fake news. And what else we got going on here? On air in your show. The NASCAR mail.
I've done stuff with him before. I was actually one of the guys that got him on for the 2018 convention.
Up. More fake news. Yep. More fucking fake news. Wish I had a buzzer. I'm going to get a fucking buzzer is what I'm going to get. So that's completely bullshit. Completely fake news. The Fraud Father knows that when he said it. He said this previously about George Bruno. Last year, he was saying he got George Bruno to the 21 convention. Fake news, 100%. I found George Bruno through Richard Cooper's channel because they were talking in comments and stuff. And I happened to click through George Bruno's channel. I saw it was pretty big. And I wanted a grooming speaker about men's, style and facial things like that with beards and stuff. And George Bruno looked perfect for it. So we talked and George Bruno spoke and that's all history now. The Fraud Father, nothing to do with George Bruno. The same thing with Sean Smith. I found Sean Smith through Richard Cooper. And as much as I don't like Richard Cooper, I'm thankful that he interviewed Sean Smith and they connected that way. And then I got connected with Sean Smith through that. It had jack shit to do with the Fraud Father. Everything he just said is fake news. That's 100% bullshit lie, bold-faced lie, and he fucking knows it. He wants to take credibility for shit he didn't do, like a BPD chick, like a lazy-ass, thought BPD nasty woman, because that's what Rollo is. The Fraud Father is a nasty woman, Hillary Clinton of the manosphere, before he was exiled. So just absolute bullshit here. And he did the same thing last year with George Bruno. He tried this as well with Alan Roger Curry. He's saying he got Alan Roger Curry speak at 21 convention. Bullshit, 100% bullshit. Alan was aware of me for years. I was aware of Alan for years through mutual friends and conferences that we knew, like the Direct Dating Summit and other stuff. I mean, Alan's a fucking legend. I wasn't unaware of him. And then I talked to him and then he spoke. Rollo had nothing to do with that, nothing to do with Bruno, nothing to do with Sean Smith. This is a pattern of behavior with the Fraud Father because he's a narcissist with NPD, full-blown NPD, and a God complex. Everything revolves around him all the fucking time. He actually, either he's lying bold-faced or he actually believes that bullshit that didn't happen. I'm 100% positive that did not happen. Sean Smith can tell you that did not fucking happen. Richard Cooper is the one responsible for that. And like I said, I don't like Cooper. I think he's done a lot of dumb shit, attacking me, all this fake bullshit that the Fraud Father here roped him into. But Cooper is the one responsible for that. And I'm thankful for that. Sean's a great dude, great speaker, huge speech, all that shit. So this is bullshit, 100% bullshit.
So it's nothing personal. It's just I don't want to work with people.
Yeah, like a woman. Oh, it's nothing personal. We're breaking up, baby. It's me. It's not you. It's me. It's nothing personal. No, it's very personal. Anybody who disagrees with the Fraud Father, he takes it personally because he's a broken, unhinged little baby narcissist with a baby dick. He can't take it. It's all personal to him all the time. Nothing is professional. Nothing is intellectual. Nothing is theoretical. when someone like Sean Smith breaks down politely your concept of hypergamy in an extended 45-minute video or debate. He can't handle it. Zero tolerance for disagreement. Like a feminist or SJW. It's okay to disagree with people, right? If you're rational and level-headed, you believe that. If you're a feminist SJW like the Fraud Father, you can't tolerate that. You're super, super intolerant to anyone who disagrees with you. That's why the Fraud Father blocks everybody on fucking Twitter all day long. But continue with your fake news and your lies, Fraud Father. What else you got here for us?
Working with that guy. I don't want to work with people who
working with that guy. He's talking about me when he's saying that, if you watch this carefully. He can't even say my fucking name, except when he says president of the fucking manosphere. Thank you. This is so pathetic. Jesus.
Don't see it. Don't, you will at some point. If you didn't see it after last year and all that obsessive compulsive bullshit, you didn't see the pathology and the psychopathy in that.
Okay. So this guy, there's a couple things there. I've been an entrepreneur in the manosphere for 14 years. My convention is beyond legendary. It's the longest running, biggest, and most powerful in the world, with all our videos free to the world, basically. We've reached and helped millions of men, helped those men save themselves, unlike the Fraud Father, who's fostering codependency and this cult of personality and cult of hypergamy, saving lives. I'm saving guys. No, you don't save shit, jackass. Those men save themselves. Unless they're codependent, broken weirdo, and you save them, and then it's this unhealthy fucking relationship you have. You're the digital daddy because they're broken and fucked up and they need real therapy, not your bullshit, your fake pseudoscientific crap. But as far as working with me, and you'll see that eventually, get the fuck out of here. Socrates has been working with me for over 10 years now. We're still waiting. He's still waiting. Socrates, he'll let us know when he gets fucked, right? Let me know, 10 years. Everyone else I've been working with for years and years and years and years. Tanner Guzzi since 2016, all these guys. Tons and tons of guys, tons of relationships that are super positive and awesome all the time, every day of the week. Great. There's a few bad apples like Fraud Father who had to kick out because he's a piece of shit scumbag who doxed the location of 50 men to the New York Times, a feminist reporter, trying to burn them and sacrifice them like lambs to make himself famous, to cause outrage and all that shit. He didn't give a fuck about these men. As far as calling me the pathology and the psychopathy, this guy just called me a psychopath. I guess from the Fraud Father, I'll take that as a fucking compliment, but Jesus Christ, man, get a grip. Child, pathetic. This is so pathetic. Little Stacy, the cheerleader Tomasi here.
Then I can't help you. And I certainly don't want to work with you.
Yeah, no.
Sam, I have.
Yeah, so that's it for this video. But yeah, no shit. You don't want to work with these guys. No one wants to work with you either, man. Like I was saying, you have no friends. Nobody likes you. Nobody wants to work with you because you're a bitchy little high school cheerleader, and you look like a king of the hill, honey boo boo, trailer trash weirdo. So let's bring up some more content here. Actually, I want to go through some more stuff, but that's the bulk of the video. I recommend you watch it yourself. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to check that out yourself. But let's get some more good stuff here. One moment while I switch the screens. And boom. Perfect. So just to point out here, we got a couple things I want to show you guys. This is displayed earlier in the video at the beginning. So as a quote, direct quote from the Fraud Father, speaking at 21 Convention for his second time, after he spoke for a first time and then later a third time when he loved the convention, he was all about it. Thank you, Anthony, for taking the chance on making this the first real Red Pill Summit. Probably another logical fallacy, no true Scotsman fallacy or whatever. The best event for this kind of stuff anywhere. He said surely this all the time. He loved the convention when he was getting paid before he got caught being a fraud and doxing a bunch of men, manospherians, my customers, that trusted me and our speakers and our staff to have common sense and respect their privacy and protect their identity within reason, not tell the location where they're going to be at in public to the fucking feminist New York Times reporter like a fucking idiot, like he was told not to. Spoiled brat, this guy. Here he is, 11/21 Convention, standing in front of the banner. We have many photos like this of him on Facebook. You guys can go check out. He's all about it when he's getting paid and when he's not getting paid. He's like a politician, They're going to vote for your shit when they get paid. They get the pork, and then you don't get it, then they don't like your shit anymore. Here's the Fraud Father. We got the Rollo pill here. Tales from the Rollo pill, the complete first season. This is a face a mother couldn't even love. I mean, holy fuck, dude. This is bad. Very, very bad. The Fraud Father in his pink feminist hat here, pussy hat. This is a fun one. We had this made recently. I did want to show a couple videos here. Dr. Glover, you guys check this out. His speech at 21 Convention. once again, the fact that the fraud father would actually go after the Mr. Rogers of the Manosphere, Dr. Robert Glover, no more Mr. Nice Guy, legendary author who's helped countless men with his books and his work and his workshops and all these things, is ridiculous. I mean, in a way, he's not a nice guy. He's a badass. He's a good dude, but he is a very polite, respectable, man, a mature figure. For the fraud father, anyone to go after Glover is insane. Like, I've never seen that ever in all these years. It has to be extremely rare that anyone would do that, because it's retarded, and you have to be retarded to do it. Here's Sean's speech. You guys check that out. It's got almost 400,000 views. How to keep the wrong woman out of your life. That's his first speech at the convention back in 2018. Great talk. He also gave a talk in 2019 on the fatherhood instinct at the Patriarch edition at 21 convention. And he was on Red Man Group a few months ago. You can check out that interview he did with me on the Red Man Group channel or 21 Studios. Coach Greg Adams' channel, once again, this is his biggest channel, but he's got other ones too. The fact that the fraud father would go after him for making free content and helping men, because he promotes the red pill in his own very legitimate and sincere way, is ridiculous bullshit. This is all character assassinations. There's logical fallacies, ad hominem attacks on these guys by the fraud father. Same thing with Coach Red Pill. I mean, this guy's got 255,000 subscribers. I mean, who knows how many? Let's see how many men he's helped. Let's see. He's got over 40 million views. Coach Red Pill, 255,000 subscribers. It's all free. He's got a Patreon and shit. He's got to support himself. So what? Everybody fucking does. We have 21 University instead of Patreon, but same thing basically. We're very similar. But yeah, this is just ridiculous. These are all legit guys doing legit stuff. Their stuff's in public. You can check it out. You can criticize it. You can comment, just like Coach Greg Adams. These guys are all legit, man. They put their face on video for years now. They put their reputation online, their name, their identity. Fraud father going after these guys is fucking stupid, man. All these guys. Stupid, because he's a dumbass, a low IQ dumbass. The tweet I put out, cringe, doesn't even begin to cut it, watching Rollo Tomasi, the fraud father, trying to character assassinate these two fine, well-educated doctors, going after Dr. Glover. That's like an attempted drive-by shooting on Mr. Rogers. JFC, you can figure that one out. This is Dr. Smith and Dr. Glover meeting at 21Con a couple years ago. One of the main benefits of going is you network and you meet men like that. That happens not only for attendees, but for speakers too. And it creates a lot of really good content and even book deals and business deals, all kinds of stuff that happens from that. Very positive for the community, very positive. Rollo Tomasi, the fraud father, has always been anti-manosphere. He hates this entire community with a passion since he first found it in the 2000s. He hates it because he hates men, masculinity, and especially fathers. He's an anti-patriarchy feminist in disguise. And that's the meme he put out back in 2019. Love that meme. Fantastic. Yeah, Rollo gets criticized a lot for, the fraud father gets criticized for hating women. And there's probably some truth to that, I would think. In fact, I'm pretty certain of it, that he hates women. But more importantly, and much more covertly, he hates men. He hates masculinity. He's a very effeminate, kind of weaselly weirdo in real life, like a snake. And he's getting worse by the year. He looks like shit these days. I mean, this is like, where's this one? I mean, this is funny, but in a way, it's kind of, one of the reasons it's funny is because there's an element of truth in it. That Rollo is getting increasingly sketchy looking over the years. He's like this lizard-like kind of freak. It's weird, man. Very weird shit. But yeah, he hates men. He hates masculinity. The Patriarch event, he was very reluctant to do. I think it's because he really hates fathers and the manosphere. He hates that wing. He hates TradCon stuff. It's not enough that he disagrees with them on stuff. It's that he hates them for being masculine and being patriarchs and taking lead in their family and all this shit. He really hates fatherhood. That's tough for a lot of guys to swallow because he is a father. That's real, but it doesn't matter. Just because you're a father doesn't mean you hate fatherhood and you hate fathers and hate masculinity. Rollo's a fucking weirdo, man. I'm serious. This guy's really fucked up. He hates the manosphere with a passion. His only goal is to get money from it and sell books and all this bullshit. He doesn't give a fuck about it. Doesn't give a fuck about the red pill. Doesn't give a fuck about the truth. Doesn't give a fuck about the message. It's all bullshit all the time. And then I put here, the grifter king Jesus complex Tomasi brags about not being in it for the money, truth, and message. Then simultaneously tries to brag about how much money he makes. He's broke, by the way. You can't make this shit up. It's clown world. I mean, there's who knows how many times, countless times he's bragged about not being in it for the money. And then he goes and says, he's in it, bragging about how much money he makes, bragging that he makes more than Sean Smith and shit. It's all bullshit. It's all nonsense. This is The Cult of Hypergamy and Debasement of Mankind by Socrates. You guys check that out on our channel. You can also just type in search bar, just type The Cult of Hypergamy, it should pull right up. But yeah, it's just total scumbaggery by the fraud father. Here's the Vicious Email Part 1 by DDJ on his channel, MS Android Today. There's also a mirror of it on 21 Studios you can check out, and the Redman Group. And this is where the Fraud Father, DDJ, breaks down how the Fraud Father betrayed the Manosphere, and more openly anyway, and more aggressively in 2018, and tried sacrificing all these men at the convention, all these great Manospherians and my customers at the convention, to the New York Times, and to burn them alive essentially and destroy their lives to make himself famous. Here's all the speakers that the Fraud Father refuses to work with anymore, apparently. So Tanner Guzzi, one of his old friends, he's not going to work with him anymore. Hunter Drew, Zach Small, pardon me. Elliot Hulse, Jesse Lee Peterson, Pastor Michael Foster, Coach Greg Adams. Anybody speaking at 21 Convention, the Fraud Father refuses to work with. Socrates, George Bruno, Jeff Putnam, Texas Dom, Steve the Dean Williams, Noah Ravoy, Phil Foster, Jack Murphy. The list goes fucking on and on. We've got the Dream Team here from 2019 Florida. I guess he's not working with those guys anymore. I mean, we kicked Rollo out in June, the Fraud Father, for fraud, put out a 15-page public statement detailing item by item why we did that. And then we kicked him out of the Poland convention, obviously. We had that fantastic event. Then we had the Florida convention a couple months later. So a couple conventions. We had 3 last year total. And here's Donovan in Florida in October, Donovan Sharp, Texas Dom, Hunter Drew, Jack Donovan, amazing legend. Rollo used to endorse this guy all the time. He said he loved The Way of Men. Fantastic book, right? Oh, no. Now you don't work with him no more. Nope. Ed Lattimore? Nope. Elliot Hulse? Nope. Tanner Guzzi? Nope. AJ Cortez? Nope. Obviously fucking hates me, the president of the fucking Manosphere. Pat Stedman? Ooh. He hates Pat Stedman with a passion. I think he hates Pat Stedman even more than me sometimes, which is pretty amazing. I give Pat a good run for his money on that, but and I'm proud. But apparently, he'll never work with Pat Stedman, of course. Doesn't matter what Pat Stedman ever believes or thinks. The fact that he speaks at 21 Convention means he's the devil, obviously. He's Satan. Goldman Unleashed, Rollo's old friend. Apparently, he ain't working with Goldman anymore. Ken Curry, a licensed marriage and family therapist. Not working with him because he's speaking at 21 Convention. Socrates, Steve the Dean, George Bruno. Stefan Arnio here, he's dead, so he can't work with him. But if he was alive, he wouldn't work with him. Stefan Molyneux. Oh, Rollo hates Stefan Molyneux. You guys should see the text I have about that shit. Rollo hates, the Fraud Father hates Stefan Molyneux and Mike Cernovich with a fucking passion. Now, I don't know exactly why, but I know that Stefan Molyneux spanked his ass like Sean Smith did on a hypergamy discussion they had, a debate about a year and a half ago or something like that. It was on Stefan Molyneux's channel before it got nuked off YouTube, but it's probably on his BitChute channel and shit like that. Check it out. It's cringeworthy to watch. I mean, Rollo, it's really embarrassing, actually. That one's really bad. That's actually worse than the Sean Smith one, amazingly. But yeah, he won't work with Richard Grannon, Jesse Lee Peterson, Coach Rick Adams, AMS, AJ Cortez, John Samez from Bulldog Mindset, I guess. He's not working with him no more. Nope. Steve Brule, Terrence Pop. Nope. None of these guys. Nope. Ivan Throne, Coach Yo. Nope. None of it. No. All because Rollo, well, when he burnt this all down, I want to show you guys this. This is the real reason that the Fraud Father attacked 21 Convention and tried to kill it and replaced it with the Redman Summit last year. And then later it became the Shit Zero Conference, Rule Zero Conference that burned to the ground, much to my amusement and laughter. Rollo, the Fraud Father, was always after this. He always wanted to be Jordan Peterson and Roosh V and get the media to attack him and then be like, oh, I'm a victim. Oh my God, everybody save me. And then get all the press and all the buzz and all the new followers, the normies he could convert to his fucking cult to get more money from them and sell them books and more bullshit they don't need and audiobooks and Patreon and super chats and all this bullshit. Rollo's just all about money. He's obsessed with money. This is what he was after, this bullshit. Now, this is a lot of fun. I'm famous now from this. My companies are famous. My friends are famous for speaking at the convention. And the Fraud Father got none of that because he's a fucking loser. He tried getting this in a very dishonest, unethical, scumbag way by sacrificing about 50 men or attendees to the New York Times and getting their face plastered on the front of the New York fucking Times with like male supremacist Nazi and blah, 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 whatever bullshit they'd make up, right? Nazis and shit. They say everybody's a Nazi. This is what he wanted. He loves this. That's why he calls Milo and Roosh V and these guys outrage brokers, and he hates Jordan Peterson because blah, blah, blah. No, he's just jealous. He's a jealous little bitch to the bone because he wants this and he can't have it. And I have it because I'm a winner and Rollo's a fucking loser. Losers get nothing. Nobody cares about the Fraud Father except his little zombie cult. Everybody loves 21 Convention and 22 Convention, or the feminists hate it, and who fucking cares because they're losers too. We want them to hate it because it makes it more famous and then gets good women and better women and younger women, 18, 19, 20, whatever, who are more open-minded and haven't ruined their lives yet, and we can make them great again. Or at least do something rather than watch the world burn down, right, with the slut apocalypse. Anyway, this is the reason Rollo did all that shit. And it's the reason he hates me so much this year in particular. And he keeps talking about me, bitching about me on his shows endlessly, right? It'll never stop because he's a jealous little bitch until he burns to the ground and implodes and all that shit. Anyway, that's today's show. I'm going to wind up. It's been about 51 minutes now. I'm getting tired of this crap. But yeah, it's the Fraud Father, man. It's disgusting. And yeah, it's a real shit show. Seeing him attack Sean Smith and Dr. Glover in particular, as well as these guys, Coach Greg Adams and Coach Red Pill, super cringe, man. All the fake news, all the bullshit. It's thanks for the endorsement though, Rollo. Real good one there, buddy. Yeah, it's just fucked up shit show, man. If you guys still follow this guy, I don't know what to tell you, man. You should just not follow this guy. He's a fucking loser. The more you follow him, the more you're gonna feel like shit. And this poison, toxic Rollo pill, this fake red pill. There's a real red pill community on Reddit. I kind of like it. It's pretty savage, still fucked up, a lot of damaged guys, but there's some good shit there. It's a fine community. It's a part of the larger manosphere. The Fraud Father does not promote the real red pill. He promotes this pink pill feminist garbage, this Rollo pill crap. That's a fake red pill. It's fake garbage, fake news. It's like all the fake news, logical fallacies, and lies that he tried to put out. You know, his little video there, his little clip. And I'm glad to see that he's burning down because he's a fucking loser. And the more he burns down, the better off our community will be. So, Fraud Father, please keep shooting yourself and your baby dick. And have a great day.